Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I just thought now is a really good time to jump on and just share something with you all. I don't know about you lot, but I've been struggling the last 2 weeks, and it's quite funny because when I struggle, I kind of go a little bit quiet, and I know that's a sign of me struggling. And I think it just takes me not very long, not as long as it used to, but it just takes a little while for things to kick back in and me to sort of see and recognise what's going on. Now, I've been having quite a few conversations with people lately, and quite a few people are struggling. They're struggling with whether you're working from home, which is totally different for you, whether your kids are home all the time or your husband's home, and you're just struggling. Going to the supermarket is totally different. Things have changed drastically, and life really has kind of overnight just gone like that for a lot of us. And I think the first week, people just sort of, if they were working from home, kind of enjoyed it. Week two, almost like, wow, this is good. I can get some washing done. I can do a lot of things. And I think when it gets to week three or week four, and you're kind of almost like, where's the light? Where's the light? It's almost what becomes an enjoyment for the first few weeks totally throws your whole routine, your whole body clock, everything just gets totally thrown out. And that's where you start to see that the enjoyment turns to struggle, and you miss the normality, you miss certain things, you miss your family, your friends, your loved ones, going to a supermarket without worrying about being too close to anybody. And I'm having a couple of conversations over the last few weeks with people. Just think it's really important that I share this with you. So just bear with me. I'm just going to use a bit of an analogy, so hopefully you can understand it in sort of just real easy terms. So you imagine if you are not an athlete and you don't really go to the gym, and you wake up and every day you're thinking, you're like, I really want to get fit, I really want a six pack, and you haven't got a six pack, and you wake up the next day and you think, I want a six pack. And 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 weeks have passed, and you wake up and you still don't have your six pack. And the message I'm trying to get across is to be able to get that six pack, to be able to get fit, to be able to have what you want and have that figure that you want. And, if that's going to make you happy, I'm just using this as an analogy. You can put it to anything. You don't need to have a six pack, but let's just use this as an analogy. You want this six pack, and you haven't gone to the gym, you haven't done any press ups, you haven't done any sit-ups, you haven't done any routine at all. And weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks have passed, and before you know it, 6 months have gone by. You wake up, you look in the mirror, and there's no six pack. And it's about the work that you're prepared to put in. You've got somebody else, just say you've got somebody else who wanted this six pack, and they've gone to the gym 5-6 days a week. They've cut down on eating. They still have treats, but they really cut down on their eating. And they went to the gym a few times a week, quite a few times. They cut down on the alcohol consumptions, and they really worked hard for this six pack. If you look at those two people, you've got somebody who really wants something, but doesn't put the hard work and effort in to get it, but still after 6 months really wants it. And you've got somebody who really wants something, but they actually took action. They sacrificed a bit of their time every single day to whether they did the gym 5-6 days a week. It could only be for half an hour. They might have gone swimming, a bike ride. They might have cut down on the donuts they ate or the fizzy pops, or, they might have cut down not drinking a bottle of wine a few days a week. And there's those two differences that after 6 months really, really, really give significant results. And what I'm trying to say is, it's all well and good wanting something, and it's all well and good wishing for something, but you have to be prepared to put the hard work in, and nothing's easy. And it comes back to mindset, and that whole analogy that I've just used comes back to mindset. your brain almost needs to be trained. So if you're not happy, if you're struggling mentally, or if you're waking up and you're sad every morning, and you're going to bed and you're sad every evening, train your brain. Almost think of your brain, it's a muscle, and it's not going to get better. It's not, your brain isn't going to get that six-pack if you don't work hard, if you don't work on it, and if you don't put the effort in. So just a couple of things that really, really helped me. I've started sort of my journey started, probably my first journey. Actually, have I got it? Actually, I will show you. So I started journaling back in, I'll just show you. Here it is. So it says, Raina Davis, feeling better about me. And that's on the 21st of November 2012. So people who look at me and think, oh my God, you know, she's got a life all in line, or she's really screwed on. Just taking back to that analogy, that gym, that six-pack, I didn't wake up overnight and decide one day that this is how my life's going to be and that's how it's been forever. I've worked hard. I don't just have, I just show you, it's not fully complete, but this is just one of my diaries. You can see, you know, just one of my diaries. I've got another one, which is March 2020 I've started. And in between that one and that one, I just show you, there's a different one. And there's, can you see, you know, it's just pages and pages and pages. Sorry, I'm just going off. There's another one. And it just goes to show that it's not something that I woke up and just thought, today's going to be the day, today my life is going to change. It has taken me years and years and years and years and years to work on my brain, to train my brain, and mindfulness. You know, do what works for you, do journaling, mindfulness, set yourself a goal, you know, a realistic goal, not something that you know you may not achieve. Set yourself just little targets, little things. Where's my other, there's another one somewhere, and you know, things, you know, they could be business goals, they could be work, they could be marriage, they could be children, they could be anything. And you know, like I made a pledge to myself in 2016, I don't know if you can quite see the date, 2016, and you know, just doing sort of, just doing all these things. I just think it's so important that you think of your brain as a muscle, and to be able to get that figure that you want, to be able to get that six-pack, you have to train your brain. And there's so much you can do. You can do breathing techniques, you can do meditation, but start off with just one thing. Just, you know, going back to the analogy, just taking action, just going to the gym once a week, then twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and all of a sudden, over a long period of time, you've really started to see results. It's 2020 now, and as I've said, I started my journey in 2012. I still train my brain. I still have to work really hard. I still have days that are really difficult, mentally challenging, and just struggle. And that's probably the only way I can say it, is I just have days where I really struggle, but I still work on my brain. My hair's messy, it's all sweaty from the cycling. I still have days, and I still work my butt off to get that work in as best as I can, to really serve me, to really make me have the most, you know, productive days that I can. And when I do have a bad day, recognize that it's okay to have a bad day, because I know it's not going to last forever, because I am in control and I am training my brain. And start saying to yourself, what are you doing to train your brain? What are you doing to train your brain? And even if you don't do nothing, just say to yourself for now, what am I doing to train my brain? And you will start to see what you were doing. And if you're doing absolutely nothing, then you can just start by doing one thing a day. And it's going to have, over a long period of time, it's going to have huge, major transformational positives in your life. So that's my message for you all. Train your brain, everybody.